Hello, welcome to LMC TV. We're here at Mamaroneck High School, where the Fox Lane Foxes, who are 8-2 so far this season, are going to come against our Mamaroneck Tigers, 11-1 so far this season. Will Bakken alongside Eli Letterman. Eli, what are the keys to victory for the Mamaroneck Tigers today?
Today, the Tigers have one of their best pitchers on the mound in Truman Devitt. What they're going to have to do is just what you do when you have your ace on the mound. You play defense behind him, hopefully you can support him offensively, and really just let him do his thing, and hopefully he can mow down some Foxes.
All right, thank you so much, and we'll be back with the game. And we're here at Mamaroneck High School. We're walking alongside Eli Letterman, and starting this game from Mamaroneck Tigers, Truman Devitt.
On the mound, he sports a 3-0 record with a .78 ERA, 16 Ks, and 27 innings pitched on the season.
Very impressive outing for Truman Devitt so far.
And up to the plate for Fox Lane to lead off is center fielder number 3, Joe Passarelli.
Also, captain, senior. Here's the first pitch from Truman.
And that's the first strike.
0-1 the count. Mamaroneck bench rather lively to begin the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch for a little low. It's going to be 1-1.
Well, slightly overcast day here, but pleasant temperature. Hopefully the wind stays out, or hopefully the rain stays away.
This is good old April baseball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off, it's going to be 1-2. Both Mamaroneck pitchers sporting an impressive ERA under 1, which is good.
Very good.
The 1-2 pitch from Devitt. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him with the off-speed pitch.
Very impressive start from Devitt. We'll see if he can keep that up.
You got Jared Nachtigal catching behind the plate.
And now up to the plate is Julian Francisco, the right fielder.
There's the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Nachtigal. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1. This field, of course, similar dimensions to Major League stadiums. 400 in deep center. Foul ball. Hits the school.
I'm sure it's taken plenty of beatings over the year. Interesting field here. It's surrounded by 4 buildings, 3 of which are school buildings, a couple apartments in right field.
Here's the pitch. Up high. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Strike, swinging the 3. 2 strikeouts.
Will
Truman Devitt.
Devitt looks like the ace he's been made out to be by basically everyone we've spoken to. He looks good so far. 2 Ks to start the game off. And now stepping to the plate will be Gleb Karkin, the team's left fielder. First 3 outfielders up to start the game off.
He's got a lot of support on his left side. He's got Peter Matt and Miles Houghton, both veterans, state champs, on his left side on the infield. Here's the pitch from Truman. All speed. Scooped up by Peter, the throw to first. He is out, caught by Brian Knapp. And that is 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers, who will be heading to the bottom of the first. We're back here for the bottom of the first. Leading off, the veteran, Miles Houghton.
He receives a lot of loud chatter from the guys in his dugout. Fan favorite, basketball star, Will. Miles Houghton. What can you tell me about him?
Miles Houghton, in my culinary arts class, I've got stories about Houghton that people wouldn't even believe. One time we were cooking some sort of carrot stew. He picks up a carrot. He says, "This is how good at baseball I am." And we'll go, what is this fella talking about? He picks up a carrot and it says, "Toss me a bit of garlic." You know, garlic in its pure form is sort of round-like.
2 quick strikes to Houghton, no 2 count. Keep going, Will.
So he says, and he says, "Watch out, he's gonna put it in the sink," he says, about 15 yards out with a carrot. I go, I didn't think I could go that far. That's a ball one too. And so Miles Houghton, so I say, all right, I'll toss him the garlic. He takes the carrot, smashes it, hits the rim of the sink, doesn't go in. And I go, wow, that's very impressive. But he's disappointed with himself. He wants to beat it. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Not an impressive outing there for him. But regardless, he says he was disappointed. He wanted to do it. So I say, all right, I grab the garlic. This time so I hit to him again. He's about 15, 20 yards out, smacks it into the sink with a carrot, as if it was a baseball bat. Remarkable feat of athleticism right there.
Now up Mark Adamo, Jr. Well, I wonder if Houghton might have been better off there going up there with a carrot, maybe than his bat. Couldn't do much with it.
Ouch. That Adamo, the second baseman. My apologies, not the second baseman. Oh yes, we've got Adamo at second base, Houghton at shortstop. Contrary to last year, where Houghton was the second baseman.
Two-one count now to Adamo.
On the mound for hitting to right field, that's going to be caught. Line out to right field from Adamo.
Well struck ball. He was a little late on it, but it's good to see good contact he made there.
On the mound for the Foxes, Winkler.
Fonz. No relation, I presume.
Here comes Peter. He's heading to UPenn this upcoming season. Peter and I used to play in the old SJP teams together. We were the 3-4 hitters. As he lines one out to center field. That's going to go into center field's head. Peter's digging for 2 here. Bobbled by the right fielder. Thrown in, misses the relay, but right to second baseman. That's going to be a 2-out double for Peter Matt. Impressive piece of hitting right there for Peter.
Very much so, Will. Always a strong hitter.
Peter and I, we were the 3-4 hitters. He was the 3 hitter as the 4 hitter. He'd get on base and I'd bring us all in.
How much bringing in did you do, Will?
Well, that was my job, at least. How about the cleanup hitter for the Tigers, Brian Knapp. Playing first base today. Called strike. Winkler looking good so far, despite getting a couple of balls.
He throws strong.
Throws strong, good command.
I was at Mamaroneck yesterday calling the Mamaroneck Hastings games. It was two soft arms there. Definite change of pace between Devitt and Winkler today.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's gonna be low. 1-1.
So don't mistake the soft arms between Mamaroneck and Hastings. They were impressive location. They located the ball well. It was a pitcher's duel.
This is yesterday between.
Yes, Mamaroneck and Hastings.
Interesting.
Went 10 innings, bitter cold, but Hastings came away up 3-2 for their second win of the season.
Just doing a live update around the league. That's low. 2-1.
A lot of chatter from the Mamaroneck bench. Impressive almost.
Nobody's sitting down. It's a zoo in there. Fouled back. It's gonna hit the school.
Puts a good swing on it, just missed.
That reminds me, we are in sort of a danger zone. I'm warning my cameraman as well. We're in a danger zone because they can hit a foul ball on us, believe it or not.
So why I brought my mitt, Will. I'm ready.
Just a heads up. Not when a lefty's up, but when a righty's up, easily. Here's the 2-strike pitch from Winkler. That's high, 3-2. Peter dancing off second base. Doesn't look too interested in stealing, however.
He is a running back, though. I wonder if we'll see his wheels at all today.
We've got Chaparelli, third base coach. Coach Glazer doing first base. Hit hard, left side, that's gonna go through. Peter's heading home, he'll make it easily. Knapp stays on first, 1-0 Tigers. Bottom first, Brian Knapp with an RBI single.
Big first inning run, now the Tigers are on top. They got out on Winkler early. It's gotta add to just the comfort coming up to the plate knowing they can make contact on this guy.
Terrific 2-out hitting, now it's Emerson Genovese, the center fielder. Batting fifth. Emerson Genovese, one of the few former junior, current seniors that played a lot of minutes on the, a lot of innings rather, on the state champion team.
That team, of course, is primarily led by Kumar Nambiar, now at Yale playing baseball.
Interesting move by Winkler, looking to keep a Knapp on first base. Worried about a steal. Here's the pitch. A little high. 1-0. We've got a wonderful DJ. I'm unfortunate for the fans at home. They're not going to have a wonderful DJ provided by Reed Sakahini. He's playing some The Life of Pablo. I don't know if you're familiar with that art.
It's a big, Reed I know is a big Kanye fan.
Here's the 2-0 pitch from Winkler. Emerson Genovese swinging on 2-0.
On the pitch, and he brought the second baseman out of position. Ball went right through the hole.
Runners on first and third. 2-out hitting from Mamaroneck, 3 hits in a row.
Very impressive.
Would have been an out if the second baseman had not charged towards the base in an attempt to.
Very smart hit and run call. But would you expect anything else from Coach Schaap, the veteran?
Eli, I would not. Now, Matt Waldron. Batting sixth. The lefty. Matt Waldron today, he said he's going to put one on top of the Starbucks roof.
Well, that roof's about 600 feet out. You think he can do it?
I refuse to doubt him. It's my issue, although it does seem improbable. Winkler with a double pickoff move, faked the third and looked at first. Veteran move. Something I used to exhibit frequently when I was on the mound, tossing up my zeros. There's the pitch, little low, 1-0. Big ribby opportunity here for Matt Waldron. As the fans would say, ribbies for dinner. If Matt can bring him in. There's the pick off the first. Does not get Genovese. Does not get the agile, quick Genovese.
A lot of multi-sport athletes on this team, Will. Some football players, a couple basketball players. Are there any hockey players from the state championship team?
A lot of multi-sports athletes. No hockey players, however.
No hockey players.
Which is surprising. My apologies. Well, actually, I'm not sure if Ty Spears is on this team.
Will, I don't believe he is.
He's on the roster, but I don't think he's on the team. He's busy with hockey. Good pitch by Winkler with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Ooh. Dangerously fouled back. Almost hit a fan. Like I said, foul balls that come out of nowhere, right when you're not seeing it, and then it gets you right in the jaw.
Gotta be alert, Will.
Gotta be alert. Even if you're at Starbucks.
So this is a big juncture here. If the Tigers can really jump out on Winkler and get another run, they're gonna open up this game. Another one fouled off, that time off a window by Waldron. If they can really jump out on and get themselves a lead, it'll give Devitt some nice padding on the mound, and it'll just get them out in front in this game. It'll be big.
Big first inning would be big for the Mamaroneck Tigers. Matt Waldron with an impressive at-bat despite the result, whatever that may be. Fouling off a couple tough pitches, making the pitcher work. Fouled off again. Matt is staying alive. Something he's done successfully in this at-bat and life.
I believe to this point he has done so successfully, Will.
Here's another 2-2 pitch from Winkler. Hit up the middle, right to the shortstop, throw out first. That will end the inning. 1-0 Tigers at the end of the first. We'll be back with the second inning. And we are back here in the top of the second. Truman Devitt on the mound. So we are coming across owner of the famous Twitter account, The Jungle. Stephen Rothman is in the house, watching, tweeting. Subscribe if you can.
At The Jungle. At MHS Varsity Sport, Stephen has quickly corrected me. Lichtensteiger up the first baseman. Sends one way high up in the air. But Houghton has no trouble with it.
Miles taking command. It doesn't surprise me in the least. I take kicking with him. Always taking command. He's always got, when things get crazy, things start burning up and all that, he's always the one. He'll open the oven, go with his bare hands and grab that 500-degree pan out like it's nothing. He doesn't care. He's pure alpha.
Now catcher Henry Davis up the plate.
Here's the pitch from Devitt. Slow pitch. I played some wiffle ball with Devitt last spring.
Does he pitch better on the mound out here or playing wiffle ball well?
We play soft pitch because we like hitting, but it should be noted that I did win every game. Cloudy, chance of rain in the 17th hour.
Which hour is that, Will?
5 o'clock for
5
those.
o'clock?
Those
Yeah.
that aren't familiar with my time preference. Here's the pitch from Devitt. Fouled
Another
off.
off-speed pitch. That really is what sets apart pitchers in high school, is whether or not they can locate and like, just be accurate with that off-speed pitch.
Good job there of getting Davis out in front of the pitch. Had him swinging a little too early. Here's the pitch. Grounded up to Adamo. Adamo gets it with ease, throws it over to net. That's an out.
Not sure you'll be able to pick it up on the cameras, but Mark Adamo does wear a protective hat on the field. He suffered a few concussions.
That reminds me of who's the MLB player that did that?
Well, John Olerud wore the helmet, Will, at first base. Former Met, former Yankee.
No, the relief pitcher on the Mets.
Oh, that was.
You remember,
It
right?
was a Torres, I believe. Alex Torres?
Yeah, I believe it was the other Torres, not Carlos.
Not Carlos, but I believe Alex Torres.
Here's the pitch from Devitt. Devitt so far, 5 up, 5 down. Stern, the third baseman, looking to break that streak for his Foxes.
Yeah, I believe it was Alex Torres. He also wore the protective hat.
Something that we could see on everybody in 10 years.
Never know.
What a wonderful track surrounding this field. You can easily walk around. Front row seat, everywhere in the field. You can easily walk around. I'd actually recommend, there's a pitch in the dirt, 2-1.
Well, you were a big fan of the track at Mamaroneck. Which do you prefer? That one surrounding the football, lacrosse, soccer field, this one the baseball
Here's the
field.
thing, you could run around this track, you could have a front row seat in every part of the stadium. For free.
So which do you prefer? Mamaroneck or Mamaroneck, the track?
Well, that's just it.
So it doesn't matter to you.
lined out in between Peter, Matt, and Miles Houghton. Look, hey, it's hard to get in between those two guys. Impressive piece of hitting there.
So it's Christopher Stern. He gets right around on one, puts it between, as you said, Will, Matt and Houghton.
Now it's Cohen, the DH, hitting for Winkler.
So
Traditional, in baseball, in Major League Baseball, this is very common, DH, for in the American League. However, in high school baseball, it's actually not as common for a pitcher to be DH'd for.
Right.
Usually they're some of the best athletes regardless. Last year, Nambiar was never DH'd for. So it's interesting to see that they go with the traditional pitcher DH route.
Yes, but the rule in high school is that you can DH for any player, regardless of their position.
As is the MLB. MLB, you can DH for any position. Doesn't have to be the pitcher.
Devitt showing some very impressive off-speed stuff. The Foxes, to this point at least, don't know what to do with it.
Devitt going fox hunting. Pick off to first, a little late.
Who knew he was an avid hunter, Will?
Going fox hunting today is Devitt. Eli, if you had to make an MLB comparison to Truman Devitt, who would you pick?
Will,
As
on
the-
hair alone, I might just have to go Jacob deGrom. I spoke to Truman today about his hair. He's been growing out for a while.
1-2 count.
For those wondering at home, to keep it soft and moist, he uses Pantene conditioner, cucumber scent. Yeah, I'd say deGrom's a good comparison.
Could smell the cucumber from here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Devitt. Hit hard into left field. Belton running over his head. One hops the fence. Belton throws it in. Miles Houghton, the cutoff man. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. A little 2-out hitting here for the Foxes, similar to the bottom of the first that we saw for the Tigers. Anyways, you said cucumber.
Yes, cucumber scent.
Interesting.
Said it's his favorite.
I was wondering why the hallways always smelled like cucumber.
Must have been because Truman Devitt was frequenting them. Well played ball out in the outfield by Belton. He made a throw, and he may have even saved a play at the plate. Kept that runner from rounding third.
Of course, Truman using much more fancy conditioner than I use.
What do you use, Will?
2-1, Head and Shoulders.
If I'm not mistaken, this is Sean Fopiano, the second baseman, up now.
Pitch from Devitt. Called strike. Umpire has been a little generous with the,
He has been.
the low balls.
Always good to have a forgiving ump to keep the game moving.
I think I have to do an extra lap. Oh.
There's the pitch from Devitt, just outside.
Funny, that one looked good to me, Will.
Tough with this angle to see. 1-2 count. Devitt with 2 runners in scoring position. They are 1 hit away from a big ribby opportunity. Popped up near us. On the school.
And that
Dangerous
was,
area
Will,
here.
just like you talked about, from a righty. The foul ball coming up here, occupational hazard.
I am glad. People laughed at me when I showed up wearing a helmet. But
I was one of those people.
given the circumstances, I think it could be appropriate. Truman with a terrific off-speed pitch. Had him way out in front there. What a performance there by Truman in the second inning to get out of that jam. 1-0 Tigers. We're going to head to the bottom of the second.
And we're back here at Mamaroneck High School for the top of the second inning.
Bottom.
Bottom, excuse me, Will. Hayden Cohen stepping up to the plate now.
Eli, you're holding on to the past too much. You need to let go of the past. Here's the pitch from Winkler. Hayden Cohen and you and me all share a journalism class together.
That's true, Will.
And if his journalistic skills are any indication, Hayden should be god-awful at baseball. No, I'm kidding. Hayden's a very good journalist as he dribbles one into the shortstop. Thrown out at first despite impressive hustling. Hustled so much he fell down.
Took a bit of a spill there.
Of course, I'm
Comes
just
up
taking
with
jokes.
a smile on his face.
I'm just taking jokes. Hayden Cohen, good friends with us, so we like to poke jabs at him, but he's a very good journalist. Played on the varsity team last year that won states. Back in it this year. Senior leading an 11-1 team. Phenomenal.
Now up to the plate is Jared Noctical, the catcher, number 23. Fouls the first pitch off. So Will, I've come today. I know you're a big trivia guy. I have some trivia for you. Baseball trivia. We'll after this
This is
next pitch
MLB
from
trivia or
Winkler.
Mamaroneck baseball trivia?
A little bit of both. We're gonna start with Mamaroneck baseball trivia.
Wow. All right.
I'll get the question after this pitch from Winkler.
A little high.
1-1 count. So Will, in the 2009 season, the second straight year the team won the title, Mamaroneck that is, they played their final 2 games without arguably their best pitcher. That was due to a rainout. Can you name me that pitcher?
Here's the pitch.
And Knox
Hitting the right
knocks that
field.
one.
Caught. 2 outs. Great catch there. Anyway, you were saying.
Yes, they played their final 2 games without really their best pitcher. Can you name that pitcher?
My first guess, my natural instinct when he said best was to say Will Bodkin. Andrew Belton stepping up the plate, the lefty. Mamaroneck with a healthy dose of lefties in their lineup. He fouls one off into the track.
Well, I can promise
Eli-
you, Will, since we were in 5th grade then, that was not you.
I'm gonna guess Sir Jonathan Hagan.
Sean Hagan it is. He was a senior then. There was a rainout up at the state tournament, and he ended up not pitching in the final 2 games.
Pitch is a little low, counts 1-1. Interesting.
Didn't affect the team. They still won the title. but
Interesting
yeah.
bit of trivia. This is their second title or the first?
That was the second of the back-to-back in 08-09.
Wow. Here comes the 1-1 pitch for Belton. Fouled back. He's making contact, just not making whole contact.
So Will, you're 1 for 1 now with the trivia. We got a couple more questions coming later.
Andrew Belton is I played baseball with him numerous times, and he's the type of guy that could be sleepwalking and hit a home run. Thrown out to first. And that's going to wrap up. It was a quick bottom half of the inning
Very
for the
quick.
Tigers compared to the first. But that is it. 1-0 after 2. We'll be back.
We're back here at Mamaroneck High School, top of the 3rd inning now. 1-0 Tigers. Devitt on the mound, and coming up is the 3rd baseman for Fox Lane, Thomas O'Sullivan.
A quick couple innings, something we anticipated due to the quality of pitching we'd be seeing between Winkler and Devitt. Devitt, of course, has foul ball up into our area that's gonna hit the grass and peacefully roll down to the pavement. Devitt, of course, has no one to thank but me for his talent.
Where does that come from, Will?
Well, we were on the old travel teams together as the 0-1 pitch comes in.
And now 0-2, he fouls that off. 2 strikes now on O'Sullivan.
And I said, Truman, you can do this.
All right, well, Will, I played some soccer with Truman this fall. We were on the same team. And he's a tenacious striker as the 0-2 comes in. A little high, 1-2 now. Tenacious striker, selfless though. Great teammate.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. But it's interesting that you pushed him to where he is. Good for you, man.
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
That one just low, 2-2 count.
On deck, the captain, Joe Passarelli, for the Foxes.
Devitt stares in for the 2-2 in the pitch. Cracked. Matt gets it with his glove but can't secure. And the throw from Houghton is just off. It's a great play by Matt to get in front of it, and he got his glove on it, and he kind of deflected the ball 2 miles Houghton at short.
A valiant effort.
But he couldn't
gave
get the throw over. Yes.
A valiant effort. He gave Miles Houghton a shot at it. It was a rush. I don't even know. Even if that was accurate, it would have been a very close call for the umpire. It's tough there for Miles, but it's a type of effort that gets you places.
And now up to bat is the center fielder, the captain, Joe Passarelli, with a man on first.
The day started off windy. Now a crisp
Fell
chill
off.
creeping in.
Yes, the wind. You know what, Will? Really, the difference is the wind. When there's no sun out and just enough wind can really bother you. That foul ball went off the umpire. He looks all right though. Didn't seem to shake him up too much. See if O'Sullivan will test Devitt at all at first base. Throws over just to keep him close.
So far, a lot of pickoff attempts, but no pickoffs so far in this young game.
Shows bunt there, and that off-speed pitch comes in for a strike. Quickly 0-2 again. Will Devitt seems to really be getting ahead in these counts, and it's benefiting him.
Devitt has been doing a tremendous job of getting ahead of the count, and with his effective off-speed pitch, it's been leaving batters in a very vulnerable position. Something up.
And Passarelli puts that 0-2 pitch into right field. Waldron quick to the ball, keeps O'Sullivan from taking that extra bag. And now the Foxes have been on first and second with no out here. And now coming up is the two-hitter, the right fielder, Julian Francisco.
Waldron, unique because he bats lefty, fields righty.
Interesting.
Rare these days, when everybody's just forced to pick one
That's right.
and live with it for the rest of their lives. Batting lefty, of course, advantageous in baseball.
Absolutely. That is, of course, unless you go up and that ball batted to Adamo. And a quick, that play looked like a double play ball, Will, but Houghton was run into by Passarelli. He looked a little upset there. Couldn't get the throw off to first.
He did look upset, and if I'm Passarelli, I'm shaking in my boots.
Absolutely. And
Miles
now,
Houghton.
sorry, Will, to cut you off, but now Mike Schiaparelli, the coach from Mamaroneck, is out there looking really just to get some clarification, it looks like. Yeah, he didn't look too upset. Conversation wasn't too long.
No, according to my observations, he didn't seem didn't really need much convincing.
No, not at all.
Well, here come the Foxes. First and third, one out. Prevented a double play ball that would have gave a tremendous advantage towards the Tigers in getting out of this inning with 0 runs, but now it's first and third with one out.
Devitt steps off to look the runners back.
Very important at bat here.
It's Gleb Karkin, the left fielder. Devitt steps off.
Looks third, then sneaks towards first. Clouds are creeping in. Chance of rain, I regret to inform you.
We heard from the umpires before the game is that unless it's a torrential downpour, they're going to play through this one as the first pitch comes in from Devitt, off-speed pitch for a strike. They said a game like this, important conference play, they're going to play as long as they can.
Interesting. I was always out if there's even a bit of rain. I'd go inside. I never liked playing in the rain.
Devitt steps off again, really trying to keep the runners close to the bag.
He's been very conscious of the runners so far in this game. Oh, 1's the count.
And the pitch, just outside, 1-1 now.
Mamaroneck, unique feature of Mamaroneck Field. It's center field. They have some sort of track and field competition thing.
Yeah, it's an odd surface. It's the same surface as a track would be that you'd run around. I believe it's used for the discus and maybe the long throw. Another off-speed pitch from Devitt. Count 1-2 now, strike.
No, I think it's used for that thing, that big ball that you throw.
What is that, the shot put?
Shot put.
What you call it.
Mamaroneck has
That's right.
multiple features. They have the long jump with the sand pit over there. However, none of it can be used on the high school level because the track is non-regulation.
Yeah, it is. It's a square track.
I believe so. I believe they made a mistake unknowingly, and it cost them. Regardless, here's the 1-2 pitch from Devitt, looking to get out of the jam.
That one grounded to Houghton. And double play turned by Houghton and Adamo. To close out the inning and get Devitt out of a jam. It is 1-0 Tigers headed into the bottom of the third. We'll be back with LMC TV. Back here for the bottom of the third inning. Miles Houghton up to the plate, facing off with Winkler. He struck out on 4 pitches his first time out. Let's see if Houghton took anything away from that that can help him now. And he grounds the first pitch to O'Sullivan at third. Chopper, easy play at third for O'Sullivan though, and puts him out.
Quick out for the Foxes. Despite the scoreboard indicating otherwise, the Winkler-Devitt matchup has been pretty much dead even.
Absolutely.
Could be 0-0, could be 1-1.
Could be one or the other way for Fox Lane, really, with that the opportunity of that last inning. Now Adamo up to the plate, second baseman. Hit a hard shot to right field, but it was caught by Francisco in the first. Takes the first pitch, or excuse me, swings and misses at a first pitch strike. The count is 0-1 to Adamo.
Another unique feature of this field that we're planning on here at Mamaroneck High School. We've got a
0-2 now.
infield bullpen for the home team, Tigers, out of field bullpen for the away team. Advantageous towards the away team.
Quick 0-2 now on Adamo. And he puts that ball into play. And the pitcher, Winkler, was not able to handle. Lichtensteiger made the play, although it looked like it was a little disjointed, and then he flipped over to Winkler, who couldn't get his hands on it.
Soft dribbler, was able to get him first.
That's right, and Adamo now safe at first base.
This happens when you make contact.
Put the ball in play, mistakes can be made, Will. And now it's Peter Matt coming up, as you mentioned, Will, the Penn recruit, walking up to Kanye West's new album, a song from it at least, Life of Pablo.
I have not been able to identify the name of the song, though.
You have not.
No, perhaps we can get some Shazamming going. Mark Adamo running off the field.
Coming in now to pinch run is Peter Salamini. For those not familiar with the high school rules, you can pinch run for a player and still keep the player who was subbed out in the game, but the runner is done for the game once he comes out. So Salamini on first now, number 16.
So Mark Adamo could still play second base next
Yes, he
inning.
can, but Salamini, after this point, will be done for the game.
Very interesting long clause
Shaq
there.
looking to add some speed, evidently on the base pass. That one fouled off by Matt, 0-1.
Seems like every run is very valuable here, Salamini.
Absolutely.
Quick legs.
Wonder if we'll see him put into action.
Yeah, Peter Matt and I we used to play in the old SJP teams, Catholic ball. And like I said earlier, he'd bat third at-bat cleanup. The rest was history. We won. We won the league.
Salamini picked off.
Not at all what Shep was looking for there. Salamini looks to be injured.
Shaken up, yeah. Came back very fast on that, and he got hit hard in the arm.
This looks unfortunate. This may require a medic, as his right shoulder, it seems, is ailing. He looks very uncomfortable. Medical trainer is coming out. Salamini, fortunately, is going to be able to walk off on his own 2 feet here. Picked off, 2 outs. That's what happens when you're a pinch runner. It's a dangerous game. It reminds me of old Dave Roberts. In the 2004 ALCS, Game 4, 9th inning.
I missed that one. What were you saying?
Dave Roberts, 2004 ALCS.
That's right.
Came in to pinch run.
Game 4, 2 outs. It was Kevin Millar who walked, and they pinch ran for him.
Interesting.
And then after that, it's history.
There's a strike, 0-1.
Oh, 2 now.
0-2,
Pitch comes in.
My apologies.
And Matt takes strike 3 looking, and Winkler with a pretty strong inning there for the Foxes. After 3, it is still 1-0 Tigers. We'll be back with the 4th inning from LMC TV. And we're back, 4th inning. As you mentioned, Will, very quick game thus far. 4th inning now. Tigers still up 1-0. Devitt on the mound. And coming to the plate for the Foxes is first baseman number 52, Robert Lichtensteiger.
A coaching battle between Coach Matt Hills of the Foxes and Coach Chaparelli of the Tigers. I take Chaparelli's gym class. And it's always fun. It's always nice.
1 from Devitt.
He's actually just running around this track today.
Always fun with Chap, but always intense as well. Never a day off.
Practically ran so well the track team was looking.
Another strike from Devitt, another generous call from the home plate ump, a little low maybe, but 0-2 count, and Devitt once again is getting ahead of these batters well. He's made a good habit of that thus far.
You compared Sherman Devitt to Jacob deGrom for his hair?
Yes.
Well, I'm looking at this style of his game only, and I'm going to compare him to...
As Lichtensteiger puts that one blooped into center field. He'll be on. What were you saying, Will?
Oh, that's like a Daltrell Willis.
Interesting. Definitely equally lanky.
Tall.
Yeah, we haven't seen him at the plate yet, as Willis really was one of the more impressive hitting pitchers I can recall.
However, here's the
I'd be
thing.
interested to see Devitt.
Daltrell Willis quit because he was so nervous. Sherman Devitt, rather calm demeanor.
I don't disagree with you there, Will. And he's now going up against Henry Davis, the catcher. Lichtensteiger's running on the pitch. And the throw from Nactigal, was late. Let's see. There's a little discussion between the umpires.
Confusion here. Umpire says, get back to first. I don't know what that's about. I'm trying to figure this out right now.
A little confusion. Is he going back to...
He's going back to first?
He's going back to first.
He's not out. He's going back to first. Confusing.
You know what, Will? If I'm not mistaken, Davis is now going back to the dugout, and there's now 1 out on the board. I think it may have been batter interference on that.
Interesting.
I'm not sure.
Wow. So here I am blaming Robert Lichtenberger.
Right.
Meanwhile, it was, I guess, the little batter's interference.
And now discussion with Coach Chaparelli and the home plate umpire. It's been out. Now it's the second time out.
Chaparelli said, just get out there. Chaparelli, despite coming off the success of a hockey state championship, first in Mamaroneck High School history, first ever from a Westchester County school, first state champion, doesn't seem to really seem to be coasting it. Still,
Not at all.
Still, the day after going to the state championship, I'd have been gym classy. He was same old. Didn't even seem to be that. Doesn't let it get to his head, I guess.
Will, I don't think you get as far as he has and stick around as long as he has without some cool. So the confusion sorted out. 1 out still with Lichtenberger, on first. We'll see if maybe he takes off again, as he did before. Strike comes in from Devitt, 0-1 to the third baseman, Christopher Stern, who ripped a single earlier and got the first hit of the game for the Foxes.
Nactigal gets off his knees, looks back, looking bigger first. Knapp was ready. One run for the Tigers, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 4th.
And Lichtenberger's going on the pitch. It's a strike, and it is overthrown by Nactigal, but it was well backed up by Genovese in center field, and Lichtenberger could not take that extra base.
Good backup. Genovese got it in. He ran up. Effective. That's the stuff of baseball that no one notices. Good trained baseball, I notices it, but.
Will, this is a team defending state champions. They do the little things. That's the type of stuff that'll get you into that state tournament at the end of the year.
Perhaps that's why they've got 1 run, and the other team has none.
And that one is hit well by Stern. And it falls between Waldron and Genovese. There's going to be a play at the plate. Adamo fires in. Just late. Lichtenberger beats the tag, beats the ball in, and it is a tie ball game, Will.
Look at them getting mobbed before the dugout. They seem excited.
Will, who would be? They're right back in this ball game. Ball fell right between Genovese and Waldron in right field, and strong base running from Lichtenberger.
Awkward placement there. Good throw by Adamo from outer cusp of the infield. Got it in. Good throw. Just wasn't enough time for him. Now it's a runner on first. with 1 out. Truman Devitt looking to get out of this with only a run of damage.
This is Will Cohen, the DH, up now, batting for the pitcher Winkler. Ball 1 from Devitt.
Well, we knew we'd be in for a good game.
Two teams at the top of the conference standings. Going again on the pitch is the base runner, and Adamo, who bobbles it slightly. His only play is to first, and he throws out Cohen. That's Stern now, with Will, his second hit of the game. Now on second, he advances. So 2 outs. Second baseman Sean Fopiano up. Talked to the third base coach. And he's got to run in scoring position. Will, you got to get 2 out hits if you want to win games, especially with men running.
2 out hits and have a chance to go up. Big at bat here for the captain, Fopiano.
And a big batter for Devitt. Let's see if he can get him.
So far, a couple awkward plays, but a steady game for the Mamaroneck Tigers defense.
Absolutely. You know, the infield here is a little rough. Ball can definitely take some bad hops, so definitely impressive the way they've handled it. That's ball 1 in from Devitt.
They say if your pants aren't dirty, you weren't trying. My pants were never dirty. I also never tried. I'm more of a raw talent type of guy. Here's the pitch from Devitt. Slow.
Another impressive breaking ball from Devitt. He's really been working the off-speed stuff today.
Well, you know how I am when I pitch. I only pitch off speed pitches, only change-ups.
Big circle change guy, Will, that's right.
No fastballs.
And another curve from Devitt. Quickly, it's a 1-2 count, and he's just 1 strike away from getting out of this. Big jam to get out of.
Wind picking up with a little fervor.
Devitt steps off and looks back. Stern at second base. Despite the cold blow, plenty of fans here today sporting the Tigers. And the pitch struck by Fopiano, but Genovese is there in right center field to grab it. The Foxes do get a run through 3.5 here in Mamaroneck. It is 1-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. And we're back here with the bottom of the 4th inning. Brian Knapp, the first baseman for Mamaroneck, stepping to the plate, walking up to Tupac's classic California Love, a favorite of mine, Will.
Tupac and
Dr. Dre, right?
Dr. Dre.
That's right.
Great song.
So Knapp steps to the plate looking to put some damage. And first pitch swinging, lines right out to O'Sullivan at third base. 1 pitch, 1 out for Winkler, who has fallen into a groove after that rocky first inning.
Quite a groove he has fallen into.
And now the center fielder, Genovese, will step to the plate.
Emerson Genovese taps up the plate. Superstitious behavior.
Genovese first pitch swinging. He ropes that one into left field for a single wide turn, but won't go any further than that. Genovese, speaking of multi-sport athletes, Will, 3-sport athlete.
Triathlete. He plays football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and baseball in the spring.
Don't believe he's a true triathlete, Will. I don't think he bikes, runs, and swims, but maybe he does. That type of athlete.
I would not put it past him.
And now Matt Waldron, the right fielder, steps to the plate. We'll see Genovese with his speed if he'll do anything on the bases. Winkler looks very aware of the speed. Throws over. Throws over again. Will, now feels like the right time for our second trivia question of the game.
I'm excited
for you. All right, so last summer, former Mets outfielder now, Kirk Neuenhuis, hit the first three home run game in Citi Field history. Prior to that, who was the last Met to hit 3 home runs in any ballpark?
Interesting
Another
question.
throw over one, that time close for Genovese.
Interesting question.
Yes. It's the
My-
last New York Met to hit 3 home runs in a game.
My
prior to Newman
response
Heights.
is Ike Davis.
Will, that is right. 2 for 2 on the trivia.
This connects well to something we were previously discussing during gym today, as we
Winkler
ran a
throws
lap
over
and
again.
walked a lap, and during the walk, we had discussed that exact game where Ike Davis hit 3 home runs.
That's right.
I discussed with a fellow Mets fan of mine, who goes by the name of Isaac. So, glad to say I was well prepared for that trivia question.
See if I can stump you with the third. Winkler finally throws one, and Waldron fouls another one off. Fouled a lot off in his first at
We are
bat.
counting our blessings. We haven't been hit by a ball yet.
Don't jinx it, Will. Knock on wood.
They say if you don't want to get hit by a ball, don't even show up, because you're going to get hit.
Fourth time throwing over for Winkler.
Winkler keeping an eye on Genovese. My God. He throws them that fast, and they practically count his pitches.
That one high. 1-1 count now to Waldron. The chatter just never ending for that Mamaroneck dugout. Very spirited team.
They know how to chat.
Another throw over from Winkler.
I wish Genovese now expecting it. Doesn't seem to be too surprised when it happens. Keeping rather close to the base.
Another pitch high to Waldron. Now 2-1. He's ahead in the count.
Perhaps the constant pickoff attempts are throwing him off his rhythm.
That one in for a strike. 2-2 now to Waldron. Another throw over Will. I will say I'm surprised, despite the incessant throwers from Winkler, that Genovese doesn't even look like he's dared to go with his speed.
No, Emerson does not seem too interested in sitting at base. Winkler, however, seems very interested in making sure he doesn't.
That one fouled off. Late on it that time was Waldron.
Puts another one, hits the school with it. Perhaps taking out his anger. Matt looking forward to being a Spider next fall.
Richmond. That's
Heading-
right.
Heading to the University of Richmond. Or it might be Richmond University. I'm not sure which one it's called.
I think the University of Richmond. And he fouls another off. That one catches the catwalk, which we were discussing before, doesn't appear to have a way to get up to, but I'm sure there is.
No, it looks like you have to jump.
I don't think you jump from the bleachers. I would hope that there's a better way to get up there.
Rope ladder. Someone's gonna have to get that ball. That's all I know.
And that one's high as well. 3-2 count with 1 out. Genovese on first base.
Matt had an impressive bat, his first at bat as well, fouling off one
He's been
pitches.
working Winkler both times now, you're right, Will. Foul balls, taking pitches. He's got a good eye, Waldron. Another throw over that time. Genovese gets back in head first. Get a little dirt on the uniform.
Here's the full count pitch.
That time Genovese going on the pitch, and the hit and run works as Genovese is able to go first to third on the Waldron single in left field. And now with just 1 out, the Tigers have men on the corners, first and third, with that's Hayden Cohen, the DH, coming up.
Impressive base running from Emerson Genovese. He had a great jump off Winkler, despite like 8 takeoff attempts, then got to rush to third and beat the throw with a nice slide. And now there's going to be a pitcher's meeting. Coach is coming over to discuss.
And right alongside it, there's a runner's meeting. Is that what it is, Will? With
Should we-
Schaff and his base runners.
Should we have an LMC TV meeting? I'm asking my cameraman. No, we should not, he says. It is time now. It's time to bring out our annual moon update. I'm looking at the sky. There is no moon. No moon today. Moon update.
I'm sure it's out there, well, it just may not be visible. But who knows? Maybe it's not.
Personally, I was hoping for a waxing crescent.
More of a waning gibbous guy myself, but always into a nice waxing crescent.
Here comes Hayden Cohen. Good piece of talent.
Hayden Cohen, big soccer fan. He and I have some very heated Premier League discussions.
Hayden Cohen and I are in the same fantasy football league. 2 years ago, he made the terrible mistake of trading me Odell Beckham Jr. a week before he broke out.
Wow.
And I won the league thanks to that. However, the year before, I gave him
Cohen
Calvin
takes
Johnson.
the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Cohen with a real opportunity now to break this game open with men on the corners. We'll see what he can do. Made good contact in his first at bat, but just couldn't get it past the infield. Was thrown out at first.
Big ribby opportunity here for the Tigers. 2 men on. They got a runner in scoring position at third. Sack fly, bring him in. Even a sack, even a sack bunt.
With Genovese's speed, it would bring him in, but with Cohen's offensive prowess, it wouldn't stun me if he was swinging away.
They're going to keep him swinging. He's probably looking to hit to the right side of the field with a speedy runner. Fakes
and
bunt.
I was mistaken. So on that play, Cohen shows bunt. Genovese darts down the line, but the ball was taken for a ball, and Waldron swiped second with no contest at second base.
Runners on second and third. Hayden can practically smell the ribbies.
And that stolen base for Waldron's big, because now he's in scoring position, and really any single, as the infield moves in for the Foxes, any single does score most likely both runners.
And if he hits it to really the right side of the infield, Emerson's going to come in. So, a lot to think about here for Hayden Cohen. I know he's a thinker, intelligent guy.
Smart kid. He'll be heading to Washington University in St. Louis in the fall.
Intellectual school.
Oh, and he takes a big hack. And the count is now 2-2.
Conservative hitting here now. He's looking to make contact.
And the 2-2. That one taken low. So 3-2 count, 1 out now.
Potentially a walk coming up next to be the catcher. Not to go.
Now Schiaparelli and Cohen with a quick conference, and Hayden Cohen will head back to the batter's box.
Look, he might be saying, he might be saying, let him throw your strike. Only swinging if it's very obvious.
Although I will say with this home umpire, he's been quite generous. You don't want to take too many risks taking pitches.
That's a good point.
The 3-2 is high, and Cohen takes a walk. The bases are now loaded for catcher Jared Noctical.
Interesting situation here with an out. And then I believe after Noctigal, they've got the top of the order coming up. I'm wrong. Andrew Belton.
Yes, Andrew Belton, the left fielder.
Noctigal. And
So
then the
a
top of the order.
big situation here for Noctical. He's got the opportunity to blow this game wide open. Bases loaded. Just 1 out here in the fourth. 1-1 ball game. A critical juncture for both teams here. If the Foxes can work out of this, then I mean, they've worked out of a big jam. But if the Tigers can blow this open and leave it to Devitt, who's looked great thus far, they could be in very good shape.
I concur.
First pitch, check swing, strike for Noctical 0-1. The Mamaroneck dugout, loud as ever here. Big moment in the game for
They
them.
could smell the opportunity. Big gap there in the left side of the infield.
Winkler steps off the mound.
He's taking his time. He knows this is a big opportunity. This is a crucial at-bat.
And Noctical knocks one into right field.
This will bring one
The
in.
ball will be played by Julian Francisco. And the throw offline. Genovese comes in. Sack fly RBI for Jarrett Noctical as the Tigers go up 2-1.
Also, Waldron goes to third. Hayden had to stay on first. Good conservative there because the ball could have been cut off and he could have
Absolutely.
been caught dead to first.
Smart base running. And now Andrew Belton comes up with a chance to extend the lead. Man on the corners, 2 outs.
And Andrew Brown with the opportunity, more two-out hitting to tack on a run.
So I can hear Coach Mike Chaparelli imploring Belton to give him a 2-out hit. See what he can do. First pitch comes in for a strike. He takes 0-1 count.
They say when Andrew Belton's up, they have to warn the residents living in the apartment, watch out, he's a lefty, he's got some pop. He could put one in your window.
Just might belt one, Andrew Belton. And that one is taken for a strike, 0-2. Will, never a fan of my my puns, but I sure love them. I hope the people at home do as well.
The time
0-2 now to Belton. He falls behind very quickly in the count.
Winkler's been very effective in this at bat.
And that time Cohen going.
What an impressive piece of aggressive base running from Cohen. He stole. Winkler just had no idea what was even going on. By the time Winkler turned around, the throw was a little late.
It's the type of aggressive base running we've come to expect from these Chaparelli coach teams. Always aggressive.
Takes an intelligent base runner to do that. 2 runners in scoring position.
That one comes in high and outside. 1-2 now to Belton. With that stolen base, a single now from Belton, so long as it's not too shallow, could score 2 runners. Could be a very big steal for them. And if Belton were to get on, looming on deck is leadoff hitter Miles Houghton. But that one comes in, called strike 3. Winkler with the off-speed pitch, but the Tigers do tack on a run. It is now 2-1 through 4 innings here at Mamaroneck High School. We'll be back with the rest of the 5th inning, or after this. And we're back here at Mamaroneck High School for the top of the 5th inning. Truman Devitt still on the mound, pitching a gem thus far, giving up just 1 run. And the third baseman, Thomas O'Sullivan, number 19, stepping into the plate for Fox Lane.
The Foxes will have a few chances to catch up, erase the deficit, something they did successfully previously in the game. We're looking to do it again. The thing is, you don't want to always be behind.
Some action, it appears, in the Mamaroneck bullpen. Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, it's Bill Flato maybe warming someone else up. We'll see, we'll keep you posted on that action. But back to the field, Devitt with the first pitch. That one in the dirt for ball 1. Be surprised to see Flato, wouldn't you, Will? Starting pitcher.
I would be surprised. And I believe that is Justin Paneros
Throwing with him.
throwing with him. I believe.
And now 2-0, that another pitch low for Devitt, and he falls behind 2-0 in the count.
I'm not positive, but that is my belief.
That one cracked foul by O'Sullivan. I do see catcher Will Roberts gearing up, so it does appear that there will be someone warming up in the pen for the Tigers. We'll keep you posted on who that may be.
We at LMC TV would like to give a nice thank you to the statisticians. Is that what they're called?
Statisticians, Will,
Statisticians
for the team.
for the Mamaroneck Tigers. Both Emma Dillon and Isabel Perrette have been more than lovely, more hospitable than they needed to be.
Big words are tough, Will. I'm with you.
Big words are tough. Yeah.
Now 2-2 after another foul ball. They're only paying us to get them right. And that ball cracked by O'Sullivan, but Waldron seems to have it tracked, and he makes the put away ranging to his left.
Oh, steady, Matt. Steady, steady, steady. I am, actually, I've mentioned this baseball team that was on with Peter so many times. And I forgot to include the other player on this team, also on that team that won it all, Matt Waldron. So a couple of varsity players and a third piece of talent with me.
First pitch from Devitt. Strike one.
Drew and Devitt keeping a pretty slow pace while pitching, not rushing his pitches. Reminds me of the human rain delay.
Who's that?
Steve Trexel.
That's what they called him, Will. Great hitting pitcher as well. If I recall, hit a few home runs for the Mets. Quick 0-2 count now to the captain, Passarelli. And we'll see if Devitt can put him away with its next pitch. That one's in the dirt. Will, it looks like Bill Flano on the rubber in the bullpen.
I am shocked. They presumably don't have a game coming up for a bit. And because this is such an important game, perhaps feel it's necessary to
That
bring
one
it
fielded by Knapp. Takes it to first base himself, and that's a quick 2 outs for Devitt. Very important.
Pitchers in high school can go 7. It's not totally common, but it's not improbable either. However, perhaps this game's so important, maybe their upcoming schedule is either weak or
Absolutely.
non-existent. Maybe bringing Bill is the right move.
We'll fail to mention another great member of that very helpful statistics team, Jake Steinberg. It's a
Oh, in the
triumvirate of
dugout?
great statisticians. And the first pitch there, inside to Francisco.
Here's the pitch from Devitt.
That one high, now 2-0.
We've got people walking around the track, but they always have to keep a keen eye on what's happening because they don't want to get caught hit in the head.
That one just low, now 3-0. Devitt's falling behind. See if Francisco is swinging here 3-0 or if he's going to take a strike.
I doubt it.
Force Devitt to throw him a strike.
I doubt he'll be swinging.
And Devitt is able to get one over. 3-1 now. And that time, Francisco hits one, but right to Adamo. He ranges over, makes the play, and throws out Francisco. Through 4.5 now, headed to the bottom of the 5th. It is 2-1 Tigers. We'll be back with LMC TV. Back here at Mamaroneck High School for the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers up 2-1. Leadoff hitter and shortstop Miles Houghton stepping up to the plate.
Great opportunity to get some insurance runs for these Tigers.
Absolutely. You can never have too many of those. Winkler still going strong, really pitching a strong game outside of the couple of runs he's given up. Throws a first pitch strike to Houghton. Another strike taken by Houghton, and now it's a quick 0-2. Winkler ahead. There is some action in the Fox Lane bullpen. Looks like Ryan Kozerski, the pitcher, who also plays some infield. Houghton steps out.
On deck is Adamo.
And Miles Houghton hits one chopper to the second baseman, but it's fielded rather easily, and he is put out. 0-for-3 on the day is Houghton.
Now coming up, Mark Adamo. Interesting walk-up music for Mark Adamo.
That's right. Well, who is this? I'm trying to.
I don't think this is a rap.
I don't think so either.
I think it's an old song.
Absolutely. All right.
Hey, whatever pumps you up.
Winkler with another. His off-speed pitches have actually been a little more accurate than his fastball for Winkler, as I've noticed.
Interesting.
Yes. 0-1.
I hate to digress, Eli. If you could pick a warm-up, walk-up song, what would you pick?
Well, Unbeknownst maybe to the fans at home, 0-2 now to Adamo. I'm a pretty big country music fan.
Oh, he's a country guy.
Yes. So I've always admired the John Bucks, the Jeff Francoeurs, the guys who walked up to country music. It'd have to be something maybe by Tim McGraw or Luke Bryan. And that one just outside looked good to me. How about you, Will? 1-2 count.
I am not going to say.
All right, Will's not going to say. Sean, cameraman, any thoughts?
Or a rock guy myself.
All right, he's a rock guy, he says. That one outside, 2-2.
Sean's a rock guy, which surprises exactly nobody. Sounds a rock guy from 1,000 yards away. Here's a 2-2 pitch.
And Adamo check swing. And the first base ump says he did not go around on the appeal. And now Adamo's worked back from 0-2 to a 3-2 count. Let's see if he'll be able to fight this off or maybe get on.
Big 3-2 count here for Adamo.
And Adamo ropes one, bloops it into center field, just past the reach of Joe Fabiano at second base.
We'll see if they perform some of this. We're gonna Shazam this song.
I just might, Will. Let's see. I was not able to pick that one up. But Peter Matt steps to the plate now with a runner on. He scored the first run for the Tigers, driven by Brian Knapp in the first. And he grounds that one between the two left infielders. And now there are men on first and second with just one out here. Brian Knapp, who I just mentioned had that first RBI in the first inning, up once again with a runner in scoring position and men on. If I'm not mistaken, well, Brian Knapp is formerly a resident of California, so maybe that explains the California Love walk-up song.
Interesting. Two famous California hip-hop artists, Tupac and Dr. Dre. A big, unique component to this sports complex that we've been playing on is the field goal posts, Eli.
Absolutely. It's where the football team used to practice. I believe JV plays out here. We've even utilized the goalpost. I can't kick a field goal for my life, but we've tried.
We have tried.
The first pitch into Knapp. Actually, no. Winkler steps off, looks back. Adamo at second. He's got some wheels.
They've got speed on the bases, and they're not afraid to run with both Peter Matt and Mark Adamo. This is certainly an opportunity where they're going to be sniffing blood. Especially with their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up.
That one inside. 1-0 count as the Mamaroneck dugout erupts.
Mamaroneck dugout, you'll never meet a group of guys happy to see a ball. Well, as we progress later into the game, weather gets colder, appetites grow.
Low. Yes.
I think we're fatiguing. I'm
You
speaking,
and I will.
I'm speaking about us,
Oh no, we're hitting our stride.
the players. I don't know what they're up to.
I did catch Will Roberts scarfing out a Big Mac before the game, so I can't imagine he's too hungry.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Interesting. That reminds me of the good old track days where I'd have a McRibs before practicing.
And Knapp fouls that one off. Will, that is 3 straight telecasts where you have successfully mentioned the McRib.
Well, because I think that even though my story is a travesty and difficult to talk about without getting emotional, I want to inform younger
It's a cautionary tale, of course.
So I'm saying don't get involved with McRibs if you're going to try for a track team. McRibs will slow you down.
2-1 count to Knapp as Winkler once again looks Adamo back at second base. Looks in for the sign from the catcher. And that time it's high, and the throw from Davis, the catcher. Strong throw from real quick as well, but Adamo quick to get back. And that one's in for a strike, 3-2 count. Men on first and second for Knapp. It's a big jam that Winkler needs to get out of if he wants to keep his team in this game. Otherwise, Mamaroneck will go up a couple runs, and we'll see if Devitt comes out for the sixth, or if Bill Flato's out there. But with the way Mamaroneck's pitching, you really can't go behind more than a run or two. So Damos once again looked back.
Brian Knapp with a silent K, just warning the viewers.
And he fouls another one off. Long at bat from Knapp.
You can hear the thud as the baseball hits the school roof.
I wonder how many balls are up there, Will, if you were to go up, or how often they go up there and grab them.
Probably a fair amount. Over the Palmer Gym.
Among the nicer gyms at the high school where the basketball team plays.
Yeah,
I always enjoy gym class in there.
One of the more preferred gyms. You can see the post gym just past the left field fence.
And Knapp with a check swing there. And Matt beats the throw to second. It was a check swing. Knapp seemed to think that it went off home plate, which is why he hesitated. But that play worked out in the favor of the Tigers, as the throw does not beat Matt to second base.
Emerson uses the same song. Yeah, great at that there. Knapp seemed confused. Peter Matt beat him to second. Winkler had the easy at the first, but decided to get a little ambitious and wasn't able to pull it off in time. Now the bases are loaded.
Just one out now.
With one out, and Emerson Genovese is up with an opportunity to really make this game advantageous for the Tigers.
Winkler steps off. At this point, Will, really, with the bases loaded, he's got to focus on the batter. The runners should be the last thing on his mind. That one's in for a strike, another off-speed pitch.
The Foxes, and specifically Coach Matt Hills, showing faith in their senior pitcher, Aaron Winkler, letting him stay out there in this jam, despite it being the fifth inning. Fatigue's a factor. His arm's dead. If they do go for a reliever, it's going to be Ryan Kozerski.
Also a senior. And now, Will, Justin Paneros is throwing pitches in the pen, so we'll see. Maybe they're warming up both him and Flato. We'll see what Coach Epperle decides to do. That one in, also a strike taken by Genovese. 0-2, quick count, with Matt Waldron looming on deck.
All right, so Genovese calls time. He's going to talk to Coach Japp, see what's up.
Any idea what they might be talking about there in Will?
Presumably something related to the game.
You'd think, but you never know. Some funny stuff goes on in those meetings. Genovese back in the box.
Oh, 0-2 pitch. Winkler with the advantage.
That one taken high and inside on Genovese. 1-2 count.
Mamaroneck bench politely reminding Winkler that the call was a ball.
And that pitch in for a called strike three. Genovese looks a little frustrated. Well, I have to say, at least from where we're standing, the strike zone's been a little inconsistent, at least in the lower part of the plate today. I understand the frustration.
Emerson stood there and talked to the umpire. He said, what was that call? What was that? I would have called that a ball, especially for my friend Emerson.
All Genovese got in return there was a stern look from the umpire and another low strike. 0-1 here, and Winkler just 2 strikes away now from working out of a major jam and keeping his team in the game. And Waldron fouls that one off over the third base side. Bounces high off the track up toward our cameraman and producer, Rob Moretti.
Maximum amount of professionalism shown by Rob Moretti.
Didn't even react.
Absolutely no fear for the foul ball.
Rob, definitely well known as one of the toughest cameramen in the greater tri-state area.
That's
now
going
in high.
I've seen
1-2 count.
I've seen balls whiz right by Rob. He'll just stick up his arm and block him. He doesn't even move. Meanwhile, you and I, when a bird comes by, we get scared.
You're not wrong. Well, there's a hawk that's been frequenting the area around us. I wonder if his nest is on top of this school. He is scary. And Waldron puts that one, and it's booted by Fopeano. And 2 runs will score. Matt and Adamo come across on the ball hit right up the middle by Waldron. And now the Tigers are up 4-1, and this could be the end of Winkler's day.
This will be the end of Winkler's day. Matt Hells comes in. He's gonna bring in Ryan Kozerski, it seems. So runners on first and second, 2 outs here. 5th inning, the lead has been extended. It's now 4-1 Mamaroneck Tigers.
And the call to the bullpen is for Ryan Kozerski, the senior. He'll come in relief of Aaron Winkler, who pitched a pretty strong game. We'll be back after this. Back here at Mamaroneck High School, bottom of the 5th inning, pitching change. Senior Ryan Kozerski coming on in relief of Aaron Winkler. He'll have to face Hayden Cohen, the DH, with runners on first and second. Well, as I mentioned before, Hayden Cohen, big Premier League soccer fan. He's a fellow Tottenham Hotspur supporter alongside me. Big fan. Dream season for Tottenham.
The Hotspurs.
Tottenham Hotspur, that's right.
However, they're not going to be champions, I hear?
Not looking great. It would take kind of a disaster for Leicester City, who also themselves are having a dream season.
And in this league, there's no playoffs.
No playoffs. It's whoever finishes. It's a point system, so each win is 3 points, a draw 1 point.
Do they face each other in any sort of pivotal match, or no?
They faced each other 3 times, in fact, in January. One for a cup match. Kozerski brings in his first pitch for a ball. So they played 2 league matches in January and 1 cup match. Leicester did come out on top of those, the 3 matchups up 2-1 between the 2 teams.
They won by a goal every time?
They were all 1-goal games, yes.
Well, that's enough soccer for my lifetime. 1-0, you count? Typical Americans, right?
And Kozerski fires that one in, 1-1 count, bringing the heat.
Our cameraman's an American. Even bring up soccer, this guy gets a foul look in his face. He doesn't like. He likes football, baseball.
Cohen with a real opportunity to put this game really out of reach for Fox Lane. As Kozerski steps off, looks back at the runners. Mamaroneck dugout makes sure to let them know how they feel about that step off.
Mamaroneck dugout, very open, very vocal. They do their thing.
And you know what, Will? It works for them. State champs, they can do whatever they want. And that one gets away. And both runners will advance. Henry Davis not able to keep that errant pitch in front of him.
Now it's 2nd and 3rd, and we are a single away from putting this game not out of reach. No game's over until
Never say never.
Never say never. However, from making it very difficult for the Foxes.
Cohen takes the ball outside now. 3-1 count to him. Hitters count.
They're the Fox Lane Foxes. How do you think I thought of that team name?
Probably like a voting system type deal, Will, you think?
I would say there are a lot of foxes in Fox Lane, but if I was to be presumptuous like that, then maybe people would assume that there are tigers in Mamaroneck, which is not the
And
case.
Cohen takes a big hack. 3-2 count now.
Hayden Cohen, a good smart hitter. Smart hitter.
Although Will and Sleepy Hollow, they are the horsemen. And as the legend goes, there was a headless horseman in Sleepy Hollow. And Cohen out in front of the off-speed pitch. And that'll do it for the inning, but not without some damage. 2 runs for the Tigers. They're now 4-1 heading into the 6th inning. We'll be back with LMC TV.
And we're back. Umpire dusts off the plate. As white as ever. Top of the 6th, 4-1 lead. Truman Devitt's offense backing him up, looking to get him his 4th victory of the season, as he looks to preserve his .78 ERA.
Gleb Kirkin up at the plate now. Let's see if the Foxes try to get out quick on Devitt and try to get some base runners going. 1-1 now.
Hard
that
hit,
one,
just foul. Hard hit ball. It's not a good sign if you're Truman. Again, if they're hitting hard, but
no sir, Will. But that really was the first off-speed pitch that the Foxes hitters have been able to get out in front of. So we'll see, maybe their 3rd or 4th time around the lineup, maybe they're starting to pick up on some stuff.
astute observation. The off-speed stuff has gotten, however, he still was technically still out in front of it, just barely. Here's the pitch from 2-2.
That one cracked right to the center fielder, Genovese. Barely even had to move Will.
Emerson Genovese looked like a statue out there. Didn't have to move. Throw goes from Genovese to Waldron to Adamo to Houghton.
To Matt and then Devitt. Went to everyone. Bet you Brian Knapp feels a little left out.
Yeah, I bet you he does. One now up. Devitt's facing Robert Lichtenberger here.
First baseman.
0-1 count with 1 out. Truman Devitt continuing his impressive outing today.
It really has been strong. It was maybe this
0-1 pitch off speed. Popped up. Emerson makes the catch. Miles Houghton goes down. Doesn't seem to be too affected at all. Walks up. Thank God.
I think he was pretty fortunate there. He laid out the body. I think he was fortunate to, avoid getting hit. But I don't think he or Houghton even met Genovese, that is.
Yeah, I don't think they did. That's the type of effort I expect from these two guys. Real hustlers. Guys that just don't like losing.
Too bad Genovese played for the football team. Couldn't handle it. The losing, that is. So Mamaroneck football joke for you.
If you want to be that negative about it all. Jeez. Well, he did go nuts in the one playoff game they had.
That's true.
Truman Devitt. It's the 1-1 count. 2 quick outs, however, they have been 2 impressively hit balls. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bounced over to Nat. He steps on first. That's 3 quick outs for Devitt and the Tigers as we head to the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 Mamaroneck lead. Here we are in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers holding on to a 4-1 lead, looking to extend that. Up is Jarrett Noctegal, starting catcher.
See Jared at the gym sometimes, and he cracks that one.
Wow!
Right as I was about to start talking about Jarrett's muscles, great power lifter. He cranks one out, just flies out. But yes, He's at the gym all the time. I see him.
That does, however, imply that you were at the gym all the time, Eli.
Oh, it's called a humble brag, Will.
Here, pinch hitting is Stuart Williamson.
Ryan Kazurski still on the mound.
Here's the pitch. It's a strike. One the count.
He's pinch hitting now for Andrew Belton, the left fielder. We'll see if that's where he comes in, or if he stays in.
Stuart and I play on the same travel teams.
Jeez, Will, who haven't you played with?
Yeah, I played with a lot of these guys. I still remember me, old Willie, the cleanup hitter. 1,000 back. Whoa! Hit a door. A door that I have utilized frequently. Sort of eerie. 2-2 the count. Low and outside. 3-2 the count. Kazurski looking to retire the second batter in a row. So far, we've avoided the rain.
Yeah, I did feel a few drops early. I didn't want to bring it up
Line drive to right field.
for risk worrying
out.
folks at home. But yeah, Will, fortunately, we've been able to stave it off to this point. Knock on wood, it doesn't come out.
So 2 hard outs for your Mamaroneck Tigers. Now Miles Houghton comes up.
Interesting to note, Will, as a Mamaroneck player, who I won't expose, just went up, I believe, to use the bathroom. The bathrooms at Rhineck, at their facility, or excuse me, the dugouts at their facility have bathrooms.
Really?
There are restrooms, yes.
Fully functional restrooms, not porta
Fully
potties.
functional, door and everything. Private,
Wow.
maybe even a lock.
Miles Houghton bolts one into center field. Caught again.
Time Joe
Third.
Passarelli gets out there.
Really impressive play by Passarelli and the rest of the outfield for the Foxes as the Tigers have 3 hard outs, and we're going to be heading to the 7th inning. 4-1, Mamaroneck lead. Top of the 7th, Truman Devitt looking for a complete game. 4-1 Tigers, as I said numerous times. You can see the scoreboard on your screen. And we are here as Mamaroneck trying to get their last 3 outs. First one's a strike, 0-1 count.
He's got the support of his teammates behind him. If I'm not mistaken, that was shot. They all shouted a common baseball term.
Hit to the shortstop Malzahn, and he fields it up. Throw is good to Knapp. That is 1 out for the Tigers. My apologies. There's been a first baseman substitution. It's no longer Brian Knapp, it is Andy Franchella, and there's been a left fielder substitution with Stuart Williamson subbing in for Andrew Belton. A couple 7th inning, perhaps defensive substitutions. Well, 1 out. Truman Devitt winds up. Hit back to Houghton, just past him.
That one gets through.
That's a single for
Will
Sam
Cohen.
Burns.
Will Cohen.
My apologies. Will Cohen.
All right, Will, since we do have the time, I forgot to ask the trivia question in the 6th. Here's the 3rd and final trivia question. You're 2 for 2 thus far. Who were the first 5 players inducted into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame in 1936?
Oh, wow. Ty Cobb,
Yes.
Honus Wagner,
Yes.
Cy Young.
No. But you can keep going. 3 more.
Here's the pitch from Devitt.
Surprisingly not Cy Young. Didn't make the cut.
Very difficult question. Ross Hadburn.
Nope.
I don't know.
Oh, have you given up, Will?
Yes.
The other 3, Babe Ruth, of course.
He was retired by 36.
Yeah. Or maybe he was inducted while he's still playing. I'm not 100% sure. Christy Mathewson of the New York Giants and Walter Johnson of the Washington Senators.
Interesting.
So Will, 2 for 3.
Two for
You did
five.
better than our Well, 2 for 3 on the day with the questions.
Oh.
You did better than our other colleague, Stephen Rome, with my lacrosse trivia, which I'll admit were a little more challenging. Maybe even too challenging.
Well, here's the 2-0 pitch from Truman Devitt. 2-1 the count. Runner on first. Truman Devitt does not seem to be paying the runner too much attention.
Up 3 runs, Will.
One
that runner
runner
on first base is not too big a deal.
Line into left field. That's going to be caught by Stuart Williamson. Impressive read there. If you take even one step back, that thing was going to bounce in front of him. So good read there by Stuart Williamson, and it's 2 outs now. As the last flicker of hope, Thomas O'Sullivan comes up to bat.
He did have a base hit off Devitt a couple innings ago. We'll see what he can do up here. Devitt looking for the complete game, 1 run. Very impressive thus far. He has met and even exceeded maybe some of our expectations.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 2-0 count. Devitt looking to make sure that this is the last batter of the game. Hit to third. Peter Matt's got it on the hop. Thrown to first, and he is out. That is the ball game for your Mamaroneck Tigers. They held on to a 4-1 victory over the Fox Lane Foxes. They increased their record to 12-1. Fox Lane falls to 8-3. Thank you for watching this game. It's been a great game.
Absolutely. Well, New York playing now.
New York playing, and we'll be back with post-game wrap-up and some interviews. All right, I'm here with star pitcher Truman, also protege of me. A lot of tips, a lot of the mechanics he was using, thanks to me. Truman, my first question is, you knew this was going to be a big game. A lot of people showed up, a lot of media showed up. What's the mindset, what's the approach going into a game like this?
We just come into every game thinking we're going to win every game.
And then also, I saw you had to get out of a couple jams. You had runners on second and third, 2 outs, a couple innings. How do you go about getting out those jams so successfully?
I just don't panic. I stay calm, trust my stuff, trust my fielders, and go from there.
We're back here with Coach Mike Chaparelli. Coach, you've been doing this a long time. You know how important it is to have that big second starter. Do you feel that Truman Devitt has now emerged as that second starter for you?
He was there before, but he has pitched against probably the top team in the section and did a really good job against them. I mean, they got their hits, but he stayed calm. He got his way through some tough jams and pitched through some great pitches at really good times. So we're very happy with what he did.
And let me ask you, those runs you got in the 5th inning, the insurance runs, how much did that play into you leaving Truman out in the 7th inning to finish that complete game?
Well, he was at the 7th inning. We were going definitely batter by batter. He had 1 hit. He probably should have caught it himself. It was right back at him. So he was only like 74 pitches, so we felt good about him going out. He had 1 pitch came up. He really kept the ball down most of the day. He did miss a spot line drive to left, but he got lucky. He went right at one of our guys. Their guys had 3. We had 3 the inning before. They went right at their guys.
All right, you guys are 12-1 now. How confident do you feel going into the latter parts of the season?
Well, we know every game's going to be a game. Everybody's going to come play their best at us and play us tough. We got to show up every game to play, and we expect to see those guys again down the line. Probably be nice in the finals. Would be a great way to play them.
All right, so it was a 4-1 victory for the Mamaroneck Tigers as they beat the Fox Lane Foxes. They improved their record to 12-1. Eli, what were the keys to success this game?
I mean, it all came down for the Tigers to Truman Devitt. Complete game, 1 run. He pitched fantastically today. The off-speed stuff was great. And then, they got the runs. The offense was there. They got a couple insurance runs in the 5th. They fielded well behind them. And overall, it was a great, complete game from the Tigers. They looked good.
It's still a young season. It's going to be a long season. What improvements do you feel like they can make going forward?
Look, you can always improve. There were a couple of plays in the field that they struggled with, and I guess situational hitting would be another thing for them to improve on. But overall, the Tigers look strong heading into the latter parts of the season, and hopefully they'll just keep getting stronger.
All right, well, thank you for tuning in. I'm Mo Bakken alongside Eli Letterman. This is an LMC TV production, and that's all she wrote.